20th of December, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rabbi.
Good afternoon, Rabbi.
Let's go.
Good idea.
I'm a bit late. We're up to Pasuk Yud Aleph, and I think Lou, you had read. We're up to Pasuk Yud Aleph. Nachalmo chaloim.
Nachal ma chalom b'layla echad ani vahu ish kefisron chalomo chalamnu. So we dreamt a dream on one night, I and he, each according to the interpretation of his dream, did we dream.
Right.
So Rashi says, Ish.
Now, so Rashi's got a problem. I mean, obviously, the dream is according to the interpretation of the dream. But it's very strange, how can make a statement, each one dreamt a dream which was according to the interpretation of the dream. Well, that's pretty obvious, because that's the dream. Right, so Rashi says, that's what Rashi, shall we say, his statement. You have the Rashi?
Ish kefis ron chalomo. Each according to the interpretation of his dream. Chalom ha-roy. A dream that is appropriate. The pisron sheniftar lanu. That the interpretation that was interpreted for us. Vidome lo. It resembled it.
Which means it basically fitted in very well with the actual dream which we dreamed. Okay?
So I understand that each one dreamed two dreams.
There is a medrash to that effect, yes. Each one his own dream and the interpretation of the other one's dream.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a medrash. That's not kipshuta.
Isn't that what Rashi is saying? A dream that was fit for the interpretation that was interpreted.
See, Rashi's bothered by the fact that Rashi learns it was just each one person dreamed his dream. Nothing to do with the fact he dreamt the interpretation of the other person's dream. Because that Rashi learns that's not kipshuta, that's drash. That's drush. Rashi understands kipshuta, what the pasuk means, that each of us dreamed a dream that the interpretation that was given to us fitted in perfectly into the dream with the dream that we dreamt. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Fine. Let's go on. Pasuk Yud Beis, Meir.
Vishami Tanu, Nar Ivri, Eved L'Soha Tabachim, Una Saper,
Vanesapeloi.
Vanesaper Lo, Vayiftor Lanu et Chalamotenu, Ish Kachalomo Patar. Okay, so there with us, the young Hebrew youth, a slave to the officer of the kitchen, I
The
guess.
chief
Butcher, chief butcher.
or chief executioner.
Okay, V'nisaper, we told him it, and he, Yiftar, interpreted it for us, our dreams.
Each man, according to his dream, he interpreted.
Okay,
Ishka.
very good. Okay, Rashi says Nar Ivri Eved. So a Hebrew youth, a slave. Okay. Arurim Harishaim. So cursed are evil people.
Of the wicked.
The wicked. She'ain Tovatam Shlema. For, let's see, that their goodness is not complete. Shlema. Okay. Mazkiro Bilashon Bizayon. So he
mentioned him in a expression of how should I say, belittlement.
Bizayon. Oh, okay. So Nor is a youth. Shotet is a fool.
Disparaging terms.
Okay, right. The Ein Ra'oi L'Gedula, and it's not appropriate for greatness.
He's not appropriate for greatness. Now it's interesting. Chayra, all Paro needed was an interpretation of his dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So what was in it for the wine butler, Saramashkim, to speak about Yosef in disparaging terms? He should have just said as follows. There with us was this Ish, whatever you call it, Shamitanu, Echod, Eved Echod, Banesape Loi Veiftalan Chamesenu, Ish Kalamai Basa. Right? There was somebody with us there. There was a Shamitanu Ish, or whatever you call him, Echod, Odom. Okay? There's no reason really for the Saramashkim to speak about Yosef in disparaging manner. So therefore, Rashi learns as follows. Obviously, the Saramashkim realized there is a possible element that this is going to get Yosef out of the pit, out of the prison. If he manages to be successful in interpreting Paro's dreams, this may be his ticket to freedom. And for whatever reason, the Saramashkim was dead against that happening. So the Maisa, that's why Rashi adds in, now Shoite, Ve'enu Royal Gdula. He realized there was an element of an opportunity for Yosef to get out of the prison, and he pretty much realized that if he gets out of prison, then he's going to be able to reach a high position, not necessarily as high as what happened, the Maisa that he became the viceroy, but nevertheless, he was, as they say, a Bachur Mukhshar. He was like a talented person, had a lot of going for him. So So Mashkin realized as soon as he gets out of jail, he's going to be successful in whatever endeavor he may venture into.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's what Rashi said. So Rashi says about him. He spoke about him in disparaging terms to Paro. Nar shoita ve'ein ro'eh ligdula. Okay, Ivri.
Ivri, afilu shonenu eno makir.
Right.
So it's a Hebrew.
Because he doesn't know Egyptian. Egyptian is not his first language. He's a foreigner. I mean, in that respect, yeah.
Right. Okay. And Eved, the slave, the Katuv, the Nimusei Mitzrayim. And it's written, I don't know, Benimusei, I don't know.
In the protocols, how did I translate it? Yeah.
Protocol.
Protocol of Mitzrayim.
Okay.
That Ein Eved Moilech, a servant, somebody who's been a servant, cannot become a ruler.
The ruler, the Lolo Vesh, Big Day Sarim, and cannot wear the clothes of a
Nobility.
Okay, it's in the rules. Okay. Next Rashi is Ish Kahalomo. Yeah, each man according to his dream. Lafi Chalom, according to the dream, the Karov le Inyano. The Karov, and soon.
No, close.
Oh, close to its matter.
Right. So the interpretation followed closely to the actual dream itself. Fulfilled all the details of the dream.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What happened to Lou just now? Oh, yes.
Here he is.
Here I am.
Okay. Okay. Next pasuk, please, Lou. Pasuk Yud Gimel.
Vayihi ka'asher pasar lanu kain haya osi heishiv al kani v'oso salah. And it was just as he interpreted for us, so it happened. Me, he restored to my post, and him he hanged.
Right. Which is what Yosef had interpreted the dreams.
So Rashi says, "Hey, Shiv al Kani, he restored to my post. Paro ha nizkar limala. Paro, who was mentioned above. So in other words, Rashi is explaining that it doesn't really say who restored him to his post. So Rashi is clarifying that it was Paro that restored to his post.
Right.
Kamo Shamar, as it was stated, Paro Katsaf al Avadav. Paro had become incensed at his servants.
Right.
Hare Mikra Kitsar Lashon. Behold, there's abbreviation of the language in the verse.
And this is a verse which has an abbreviated expression. Okay, meaning v'lo pirish mi heshiv.
Does not specify who restored.
Right. It's an elliptical verse. Okay, it doesn't say exactly who, doesn't say explicitly who was the one who returned him to his post. Okay, lefi, because, carry on.
Lefi she'ein tzarich lefaresh, because it does not need to explain. Mi heshiv, who it was who restored. Mi she biyado lahashiv, the one who had it in his hand to restore.
Right. One who has the ability to restore.
V'hu paro, and that is paro. V'chein derech kol mikraos kitzarim, and such is the way of all verses that are abbreviated. Al mi she alav la'asos, concerning one who is who goes up to do.
No. Sha'alav means it's imposed upon him. It's, how do I say it? It's incumbent upon him to do it. Okay? Meaning,
Upon him.
sha'alav la'asos, heim soismim esadova. Means if it's pretty obvious who's the one who's going to be doing the action, so about him, it mentions it.
So I don't understand, why is Rashi telling us this? It's obvious. Rashi's saying it's obvious that it's Paro. So why is he telling us that it's Paro, since it's already obvious?
No, so Rashi is just pointing out that normally in our, when we would speak, we wouldn't necessarily miss out the mentioning who it was, because we haven't actually mentioned Paro right over here. It was in the immediate context, we haven't mentioned Paro. And especially, it says, it sounds as if from the simple understanding of the passage means it was as he interpreted verse, so it was. Me, he returned to my position, and him, he hanged. Okay? So it sounds like that Yosef was the one who did that job.
Right.
And
So Rashi should say, it's not Yosef he's talking about, he's talking about Paro.
okay, so that's why Rashi says that it's referring to Paro, and the Torah doesn't need to mention Paro because it's pretty obvious. And that's the way the pasuk, even though necessarily there would be one would entertain the possibility that it could be Yosef and not Paro, but Rashi says the Torah nevertheless, where it's clearly evident who is the one who's doing the reinstating in this particular situation, who's in a position to reinstate, not Yosef, it's Paro. So therefore, it's obviously the pasuk was referring to Paro. Yeah, very good. Let's go on. Pasuk Yudalet.
Okay. Vayishlach Paro, Vayikra et Yosef, Vayiritzuhu min habor, Vayigalach, Vayichalef simlotav, Vayavo el Paro.
Okay.
Okay, Pharaoh sent and called Yosef, and they hurried him from the prison, I guess the pit, and he shaved. Let's see, Yachalef. Oh, that's to change his clothes,
His clothes.
and he came to Pharaoh.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rashi, Min Habor, from the pit. Min Beit HaSocher, from the prison.
So
Sohar. Yeah. Guma, Kamin Shehu Asoy. So what's this? Shehu Asoy Kamin Guma.
right. In other words, Rashi is saying, explaining why the pit is referred to as a bore. I mean, sorry, the prison is referred to as a bore, as a pit.
Oh, so it's like a hole in the ground, I guess.
Right. Because obviously the cells were below ground.
Mm-hmm. Okay. V'chein, kol bor shebamikra, let's see, Lashon Guma Hu. So what? Kol,
Anytime the term bore appears in scripture, it's referring to a hole.
To a hole. Okay. V'af im ein bo mayim karoi bor, and Fusha Bilaz, I guess.
Yeah, even if it contains no water, it's still called a bore.
Right. We had that before.
Well, that in last week's Parsha, right?
Mm-hmm. They put the Yosef.
A bore rake ain't by moyim. Even though normally a bore does have water, but there it says it was empty. There was no water. Which Chazal say that it didn't have water, but it did have snakes and scorpions.
Right. Okay. And not sure what the French word is, fossé or something?
Bus.
Bus. Okay.
Fossé.
Okay. And the next Rashi is Vayigal Lach. He shaved his hair. Okay. Mipnei kivod hamalchut, for the honor of the majesty, I guess.
Right.
Well, the other things too, that he did other things too, though, right? He also changed his clothes.
Yeah, so the Chasam Sofer says over here, why Rashi Manstein Dafka pointed out on the shaving is because Chazal say, sorry, the day Yosef came out of the pit was Rosh Hashanah. When Paro had the dreams, this was Rosh Hashanah. Now, so if that's the case, how could he have himself shaved? How could he shave on Rosh Hashanah? So the answer was Shum Kvod Malchus, Kvod Malchus, out of honor for the king. And you're going to say, well, that means a person is allowed to, out of honor for a king, is allowed to take a haircut on Rosh Hashanah? For us, not. But for the obvious before Matan Torah, to the level the Torah was kept before Matan Torah, it was possible in certain situations that they were not the obvious when they kept the Torah, they were not mechuyev mitzuva. Unless it's a situation of danger, there's no waiving obligation. So you can't just say because of Kvod Malchus, but since the Ovis, when they kept the Torah